Good evening, everyone. I am Donna McFarland from Hospice Whitby Roger Anderson House, and it really is a privilege to present to you this evening. Thank you to the people who nominated us, and thank you to everyone in this room for your ongoing generosity and support in our community. As you may have heard, Hospice Whitby just celebrated a major milestone. We broke ground on the hospice last Friday afternoon, so our dream is about to become a reality. We still have work to do in terms of fundraising, and some of our attention now turns to furnishing the hospice resident rooms. One of the features of these rooms is a large, comfortable cuddle bed, and a donation from this group will go a long way towards purchasing one of those beds. Tonight, I am accompanied by Lynn Adams, a resident of Oshawa, a fellow golfer, and an all-around wonderful human being. Lynn will share her recent experience with hospice and the importance of the private resident rooms.
Probably have to ask for Grace right off the
was infectious. The thing I heard most often from him was, "Linny, aren't we so lucky?" His insistence on finishing well came from his love of running. It was a passion we shared. In true Embrace Life fashion, he traded casual jogging for marathon running. In a cruel irony, Dad's last marathon was a long, grueling journey he knew he wouldn't win. Being with him over his last few years was one of the hardest experiences I've shared with my family, accompanying him on his final stretch to help him finish well. There were countless hours on gurneys in packed emergency departments, treatment rooms where peace and quiet was crowded out by beeping monitors, muffled cries of other patients, and the hurried steps of overwhelmed staff. My family and I longed for respite, for Dad, and especially for my 89-year-old mother who was exhausted caring for her husband. I know this is a reality shared by so many families who accompany their loved ones. Dad's wish to finish with grace was fulfilled by an amazing palliative care nurse who referred him to hospice care at Oak Ridges Hospice. He was welcomed into a room filled with sunshine. There was space for all of us, his family, to be fed, cared for, and comforted with such love and compassion by the kindest souls you can imagine. His frail body was gently bathed, and he was placed in fresh pajamas. A hospital bed was replaced by a big, comfy snuggle bed with room for two. Indescribably precious moments were shared in this bed, where each of us treasured the gift of last embrace. Hospice filled quiet with song, laughter, sweet goodbyes, and prayers. In these final days, hospice taught us how to live, bringing peace and joy to temper the sadness. And a seemingly small thing like extra space in a bed created space in our hearts for immense gratitude, something I carry with me to this day. What I know now is that supporting hospice isn't just about caring for the end of life. It's about caring for all of life. It helps families face these last precious moments together with support and a blessed sense of normalcy. It is also about helping communities feel supported and in some way connected, because when one of us is cared for, we are all cared for.